What's up guys, SRN 101 here, coming at you with another Minecraft video. This one today is going to be on a Minecraft hospital I built. This hospital is inspired by one back home that was built in the 1800s. It actually started out as a house, and then over time it was turned into a hospital and got expanded and has turned into a modern facility. So that was the kind of look I was going for with this build, because it is in Victorian town, so I wanted it to fit in. So if you guys are looking for a big modern hospital build, this probably isn't the video for you. But if you want something that'll fit in a small town or something that you guys are building, I think this would be a good fit. So without further ado, I'll shut up now and we'll start the outside tour. Alright guys, so that was the exterior of the hospital. Like I said, I wanted it to look like it started out as an old Victorian house and then slowly added onto with different expansions that made it into what it is today. This back part here, this is the emergency department, so we have an overhang here where an ambulance will be able to pull up and get the patient out without getting them wet in the rain like it is in this video right now. We just have a simple ER on top. It lights up pretty good at night and it's fairly visible in the world. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. And it's also lit up underneath with these fluorescent lights. This is the city texture pack. I think this texture pack is awesome for building any kind of semi-modern architecture at all. I think this is definitely the way to go. We'll come in here and check out the emerge. So this is where registration would happen in triage, and then we have a small waiting area here. Like I said, this is just a small hospital for a small community. So small waiting area there, registration, and then you'd be called back here into the emerge. We have a couple of low acuity beds here, as well as another one here, and then we have some higher acuity beds at the back. So these would be like where the more sick people would be, and then less sick people would be over here. These are actually the banners, but I really like the way they look for almost like curtains, you know what I mean, to separate the room. And another cool thing is you can actually walk through them. So if you guys need something in your world for dividing a room but you still want to be able to get through, the banner is a nice option. It comes in every color as well. And then here we have another bed and a small little waiting area there. And that's the extent of the emerge department. This section here is this is the main lower level of the hospital, so we'll just cut through here for a second. And this is where I started the video, so this would be your main front door for every visit that isn't emergency related. And I just made this cool little sign here out of blocks of colored glass. We have white here and then blue around the outside, and that's just lit up again with the lights. That one, it lights up pretty cool at night as well. As we come in here, we have a little waiting area, and then there's two doorways, one here and one here. This one here leads into a little cafeteria. We have a little restaurant here with some ovens and some cash registers, coffee makers, and some tables. The tables, those are just carpets on top of fence posts. I really like the way those ones look because it's a lot thinner than if you use, say, a slab. And once again, the carpets you can color any color you want, so it can really kind of match any theme you're going for. This room here is kind of like a laboratory where they would test blood and that sort of thing. So we have lots of lighting, some storage space, and then some equipment for when they're doing their testing, and some chairs. We also have a TV and then some more equipment here. And this all loops around back to the main hallway, and that's the emerge apartment we were just in. And then behind here we have a little pool that's just for like recreation or physio, those sort of things. This here is an old school slime block elevator because I actually built this building well over a year ago. I didn't come up with this design by any means. This is somebody else's design. You've probably seen several of these. I actually watched a YouTube tutorial on how to make it years ago when I built this. But basically you just stand on the slime block and then you press the button and that'll fire you up. And then depending on what you want to do, so like you get fired up. If you want to come out on this floor, you would move to the left and it would drop you here so you can explore this floor. Or if you want to keep going up, you would move to the right and then you would land on that slime block where you can then activate this one and get pushed up again. But we're going to take a tour of this second floor. So this is just kind of like a little lobby area. And then in here we have a fairly nice looking waiting room, I think. It's really simple, but I like the way it turned out. And then this is just kind of like a little medical ward with another little waiting area. And all these rooms are the same, so I'll just show you this one. Basically just a bed with a chair, some storage, little table, and then I thought this kind of looked similar to an IV pole, so I made that. And like I said, all these rooms are the same, so I won't waste time going in those ones. And then here we have the operating rooms. So this is the main operating room. I tried to put lots of different equipment and stuff in here just to kind of give it that feel that it is a serious operating room. This would be like the biggest, most advanced in this facility. And then we have another smaller operating room here, and then we have a storage room here. These are the new bamboo scaffolding blocks. I actually just added these today prior to making this video. I thought they looked really cool for shelving, like they'd make a good storage shelf. So I had decided to add those in today because this room was empty. What else do we have? Here we have a couple more. I guess this would be like a recovery room. So after you're done in surgery, you'd come in this room to make sure that you're stabilized before you were discharged or, sent back to another room. And then that's the end of the second floor. So you can come over here and jump down and then press this button, which launches you up, and then you just step off. And here we have the third floor. In here we have another little medical desk here with a cup of coffee and a monitor. And once again, all these little rooms, they're all the same. They're very small, but I was kind of running out of space, but I wanted to get as many beds in as I could, so these are real simple. I was also running into a problem where the roof, how it curves, it was really starting to limit the space. Okay, so we have that. Another little seating area here, and then we have a couple more doors. This leads down to what I called like day surge. So here we have another waiting room with a nice window that overlooks into the lower level. This would be another waiting room where, people would come on their own and they'd have, minor procedures or whatever done. So they'd be let back here, and then we have, some smaller operating rooms for, less acute patients. And here we have another little room for some kind of procedure anyway. And then lastly, we have this little narrow staircase that leads up to, this is the inside of the main big tower that you've seen on the exterior of the building. We have a nice little balcony here that looks up at the main tower, you can see. Nice little waiting room, and this is like the chief of the hospital's office, so we have his own private waiting room there, and then here we have a door that leads into his or her office. And here we go, so nice big desk with a monitor. I decided to put a head here, I thought it seemed kind of fitting. And we have just some bookshelves for storage, and that's pretty much it. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content, and make sure to like and share this video. And yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed.